Well, we finally got some decent weather at last, so thought I'd head up to Middlesbrough and have a little look around over there, get the drone in the air, see what we can find. Let's go, come on. Yeah, an absolutely beautiful day, so why not get the drone out? It's been miserable for the last 6 months, so I was delighted when I saw the weather was so good. I actually worked just along the river from the transporter bridge, you can see there, and I've been wanting to do this for quite a long time, so it was a real treat. So let's go and have a look and get a bit closer. Now there is a statue here by a local artist by the name of Mackenzie Thorpe. And if you artistic people may have heard of him, look him up on the old internet. He's some of the stuff he does is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, let's go and have a little look, see what we can see. People have done bungee jumps off this thing. I don't know if you get me at the top of there doing a bungee jump, but it certainly would be an adventure. It's actually closed at the moment. It's that old, it's over 100 years old, so they need to do a lot of repairs, whether it'll actually function again with the gondola you can see at the bottom there, which goes between the two sides of the river. This is the Middlesbrough side, and then it takes you over to the other side, which is, I think it's Port Clarence it's known as. You can see the cable structures here. A lot of history here. I do love this blue, it's quite an iconic blue. It is lit up on a night time as well, so it looks pretty spectacular. How about that? There's another similar one in Newport, in South Wales, I believe. I think that one's actually still working. And in here, excuse the reflection, you can see the workings of the bridge. Fantastic. And here is the statue I was talking about by Mackenzie Thorpe. And I do believe it's called Waiting for Me Dad, which I think is absolutely lovely. And I've been told if you touch these hearts on here, it's supposed to be good luck. So let's see if we get some luck. I mean, as you can see, the two kids, they're literally stood waiting for the dad to come off the bridge from working over on the Stockton side. Isn't that great? Now there is a visitor centre here, but I don't think it's open, unfortunately. Maybe come back and have a look another time. I will have a little look, try the door. Bit of information there. If you want to read that, just pause the video. Yeah, it looks very closed, unfortunately. Engineering Heritage Award, Tees Transporter Bridge. There we go. There we go. Originally opened in 1911. How about that? I mean, this is probably Teesside's most famous landmark, along with maybe Rosebery Topping, which you'll see on another video at some point. Now there is a story about this, the gondola thing, which is what the cars and bikes and general public would walk onto. Apparently one year, a guy called Terry Scott was here, who, Terry Scott was here, and apparently he went down, well, sort of to the edge just here, and he was in his little mini car. He was playing at the Billingham Forum Theatre that evening, and he didn't realise the workings of the bridge, and he actually drove off the edge here, and it used to be down there, it used to be like a net, and his car sort of drove and nearly went into the river.
Ha-ha! This curly whirly with all its miles of chewy toffee covered in creamy Cadbury's chocolate is 10 minutes old, only costs 3p.
I don't know if the net actually stopped him or whether it didn't quite go over the top, but yeah, Terry Scott. Quite an amusing story. Bit more history here. Again, if you want to read it, pause your video and have a little zoom in. As you can see, a lot of rust on this bridge. It really is old. You used to be able to walk up them stairs. That's probably where you go for your bungee jump, I would imagine. But I've heard that they are supposed to be spending some money on the bridge and hopefully get it back to some sort of working order. It'd be really good if they did it. And of course there was the Auf Wiedersehen pet series, which featured the Transporter Bridge, and it's obviously a fictitious thing, but in the series they were going to take the Transporter Bridge down and ship it over to Texas because the Americans wanted it over there. And they did some really good CGI, and it showed the bridge like being taken to bits, and apparently people were writing into the local evening newspaper, the Gazette, complaining about it. And obviously it never happened, it was just purely fictitious, but still one to remember. Now, another thing I work really close to is this place. This is the home of Middlesbrough Football Club, the Riverside Stadium. Spent many a happy day here, and some unhappy ones as well. Yeah, Middlesbrough Football Club, been coming here since it was built really, and I used to go to the old Ayson Park, which is over there in town, the other side of town, about a mile and a half from here, which is now sadly gone. It's all houses, but fantastic stadium. It was built about 25 years ago, so that's what, 93, something like that, I can't remember, but it holds I think about 34,500 people on a good day. It doesn't happen very often now, but it has been full on several occasions, namely the UEFA Cup semi-final where Middlesbrough beat Steaua Bucharest. And these gates you can see here, well, these are the original gates from Ayson Park, and there's a little blue plaque here. Here we go, 1995. I knew it was something around about then. So that's a bit of history about the stadium. And there's three statues here. There's these two here of Wilf Mannion. Any of you football fans may have heard of Wilf. Absolutely fantastic player. Unfortunately, I never got to see him play. The golden boy. My dad was lucky to meet him. I had a pint with him once upon a time out in Staines, I think it was. And there's George Campsell. Just wish I had a time machine and go and see these legends play. And over here we have Gentleman George Hardwick. Played for England and Great Britain, as you can see on the plinth there. There's George, and somebody's left some lovely flowers there. It's very bright this morning, so apologies if you can't see the statues too well. And here is the fan zone, which is where you come for a pint before the game. Home and away fans are all welcome. Been here a few times before matches, and a guy called Gary Phillipson's your compere. He works for BBC Tees as well. Normally good fun, especially on a day like today. It's absolutely cracking day, but the season ended last week, so yeah. Oh, there's a club shop over there in the corner as well if you want to get some merch. And over there, those two big sheds is where I work. That's where I spend my day in real life. And there's a Transporter Bridge we saw a little while back. Middlesbrough Football Club. Another one of the bridges that span the River Tees between Middlesbrough and Stockton is this one. This is Newport Bridge, and this one was built in 1934 and opened on the 28th of February. It was built by Dorman Long, another very, very famous engineering company in the Teesside area. And the actual centre section there, you can see, lifts up. Isn't that clever? And it did lift up. It doesn't anymore. It's been welded down, sadly. But it used to lift up to let the ships up and down the river. There was a lot of shipbuilding on the river up in the Stockton area mainly, and obviously that needed to lift up to let those big ships out along the river and subsequently out to sea. And it does actually light up on a night time as well. The bridge, it's well illuminated and looks pretty spectacular when you're driving past. A little bit further upstream is the Tees Barrage and the Whitewater Raft Centre, where there's a lot of international canoeing events, that kind of thing, so that's where we're heading to next. Alright, so I've moved upstream from the Transporter Bridge and Newport Bridge. You can see Newport Bridge over there in the distance. That's how far away it is. I don't know if you can pick that out in the bright sunshine. But yeah, we're at the Tees Barrage. Now, this was built, I'll have to put it on the screen because I can't remember, but a good while ago. But so when this is in use, you get a lot of whitewater rapids. There's had lots of events, competitions and that kind of thing here over the years. And they've actually filmed certainly a couple of movies. 1917, which you may have seen, was filmed here, or partly filmed here, but some of the water scenes when the soldier was actually in what was the river, but it's obviously for safety reasons it's done here. There's also been episodes of Vera filmed here as well, I believe, and I'm sure there's quite a few other things. If you know of any others, please let me know down in the comments. Be interesting to know. There's certainly more than the ones I just mentioned, that's for sure. But it's a lovely spot, and up there somebody's doing some aerobics. Very, very healthy. It is a glorious day, I have to say. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm absolutely red hot. So it's a nice change from the lousy weather we've had recently. But yeah, it's a great spot to come for a picnic. There's that Beefeater bar and restaurant. At the top. Well worth a visit, especially on a day like today. Kids will love it. Just off the A66, very easy to get to. You can see the main part of the river, which runs along to where we were filming earlier on. But this bridge and the actual barrage thing was built, so you can see part of the river comes through those arches there. There's a little doggy, hello. And the rest of it's like filtered off down here, which forms the whitewater course, which is really clever. No swimming. Oh, I wonder why not. So the barrage actually doubles as a road. Actually, cars go over the top of there to get in and out of this area, and as you carry on over to your left there, that will take you out onto the A66, so the access is excellent. And beyond there you've got Teesside Park, shopping, retail park as well, which is pretty decent. Some tables here if you want to have a picnic. I mean, when there's canoeing on, you can imagine it's a lot more exciting seeing all the canoes flying around, but I did notice on the river there's some sort of canoeing event, you know, the racing canoes where you've got the cocks and all that kind of thing. That's happening today as well. So yeah, the river's obviously a lot cleaner than it used to be. A lot cleaner, and there's fishing. There's good fishing, as you can see. Maybe our friends, the harbour seal, in here sometimes. Grey seal. And there you can see some of the river actually comes through. And all along there. It's controlled. Everything upstream of here is controlled, so it's non-tidal. The other side of the barrage, obviously out down towards where we were filming earlier, that way, that is still tidal. So we'll have a walk under the barrage and make our way back around to the car. There's a control room. And once we get through here, you'll be able to see this like a climbing adventure thingy with made out of ropes and that kind of thing, which I was about 30 years younger. I might like a go on it, but not these days. Too old for that. Let's go and have a little look, see what it's called, because I can't actually remember. As you can see, cycleways, walkways all along the river, which is really good on a day like today again. So the staff just going in to open up for the day. It is currently 9:40 in the morning, but there you can see it's actually bigger than you think when you get closer up. So it's UK's biggest air trail, Tees Barrage. You can hear the announcements for the canoe racing that's going on. So there it is, boys and girls. If you want to visit this, have a look at the website, airtrail.co.uk. Looks a lot of fun. Kind of like a roller coaster on your legs kind of thing. And some muddy dogs in the river. There you can see some of the boats that I was talking about. We're actually over the river now, on the barrage itself. You can see in times of flood they can actually lower these gates down and let the river flow through, which is always handy. So you're pretty much safe from flooding the west side of the river. That is the Tees Barrage Whitewater Centre over there. I think you can get stand-up paddleboard lessons, that kind of thing, with these people. And this is about as far as we can go, I think, so we'll turn around and head back. There's some quacker ducks. Well, as always guys, thanks very much for watching the video today. I do appreciate it, and drop me a comment in the section below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share with your friends, hit the like button, all that jazz, and thanks very much for watching again, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now, bye.